going back to the Nintendo stuff, might as well, since we talked about Reggie already. Nintendo Direct was a thing.
It was a thing.
Tetris 99.
I somehow didn't know that.
You're bad
That
at this.
explains why I was seeing Nintendo news, other than the Reggie thing.
Did you not see a bunch of stuff in your timeline about Tetris Battle Royale?
No, I didn't.
So
What's getting the Battle Royale?
Tetris.
Oh, wow. I did see a Tetris battle something. I didn't realize a Royale battle.
So basically, it's
Wow, I
a
don't even know
game.
how that works.
So the game is called Tetris 99. It's already out. It's free to download if you have the Nintendo Switch Online subscription service
wow,
thing.
really free?
Yeah, it's free.
Oh,
And
subscription
so
service,
basically, it's
okay.
just you versus either 98 other players or 99 other players. It's like one of those numbers, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like you try to do the Tetris thing on your screen and then there are like certain things you can do to mess up other people's stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not sure if you guys played the I'm sure
Attack.
I'm sure there are multiple iterations of this, but I've played the Tetris game on the OG, the old DS, the DS Lite. And if you play multiplayer, you can actually play like an attack thing where you can mess up other people's when they're trying to build the thing. So this is basically
I've
this
seen it
times
with 2
99.
people. That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
And it's free. I'm not sure how they're gonna monetize it or if they even want to monetize
Skins, dances.
They just don't even
it.
get
Maybe
Announcer.
this is maybe this is actually skins would work.
Skins could work for pieces, yeah.
Backgrounds. Different color schemes. for the
soundtracks.
pieces.
This might also
Yes.
be a way for them to try to get more people on the Switch Online subscription thing.
Consumables,
Yeah.
pay to win.
I heard that too.
It might not be getting as much, subscribers as they would have hoped. Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, if
Maybe.
Smash Brothers didn't do it, I don't know that Tetris is gonna do it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
You'd be
that
surprised.
I could be surprised.
people that are interested in the battle royale. I mean, it kind of launched around-ish the same time as Apex, and it seems like people are a lot more stir crazy. Like if you're into the battle royale thing, 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know who's been sitting on the outskirts of battle royale. Like I would join them, but I'm not good at those first-person shooters. If only it was something that was relevant to me. You know what I mean? Like
Agar
I don't see
IO
that
was
crowd
big.
being big.
Agar,
That's true, but that's actually free.
Yes, that's true. That's the
like this one is
interesting factor.
technically
Except
free.
for that internet paywall.
Yeah.
Looking at you, PUBG.
So yeah, a bunch of other things they showed off. They showed off Mario Maker 2. I'm not into
Yes.
that. They showed off Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. I'm super into that.
What is that?
So Marvel Ultimate Alliance is a series. The first game came on the PS. I think both games came on the PS2, and then they re-released a PS3. Whatever. So like PS2, PS3 time. It's you can play co-op with 4 people. You can basically make a team of 4 superheroes from all the Marvel franchises. So they have X-Men, they have Avengers, they have all the crazy the Spider-Man, those kind of stuff. You go through like a story, there's loot, you can level up. So it's basically Diablo Marvel.
Okay.
That's also where like Marvel
on
Heroes
board
came
with that.
about, I guess. I'm not sure, but Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Also, one thing I noticed while I was, salivating at all these trailers, very choppy frame rates. It's all on the Switch, right? So it's kind of
That's too bad.
That's too
That's
bad,
what
yeah.
they showed.
yeah.
They have to show their best, you'd think.
Yeah.
So
That reminds me, did we talk about like 2 weeks ago the 4 Marvel shows that I think Hulu announced they were making?
No. What?
Well, because you know how Netflix
That's
had like
right, yeah.
like Daredevil,
Daredevil.
and that went
Yes.
into the
Okay, yeah.
Defenders.
yes,
Well,
yes.
Hulu's doing the same thing, trying to build up to the Offenders.
What?
And so the 4 shows that are coming up are Howard the Duck,
Yep.
who we all know and love, MODOK, which is that potato suit guy, machine organism designed only for killing or whatever, Hit Monkey, which I only know of from a crossover with Deadpool. He's a monkey who kills people. He uses his feet to fire guns. It's 4 guns. And then the 4th one is a weird crossover between Tigra and Dazzler. who
Yes.
don't really have any relationship at all in the comics. So
Yes,
I don't know
I
how they
heard of-
picked those two.
I heard this was coming, and I know people who are very like, I don't know what to expect, but I want to see this.
Is
That's
the
exactly how I
Offenders
feel.
and like an actual team up comic kind of thing? Like the Defenders is an
The
actual
name
thing, right?
sounds. The Defenders is an actual thing. I mean, the Offenders. It's so generic. I can't tell if it sounds
sounds like a
familiar
parody.
because it is familiar, or if it's just so
It's
similar.
just a joke.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely pretty sure this lineup has never been together in something before, but I could be wrong.
I have never seen Howard the Duck. Like I looked
Don't.
up
Yeah,
I've
images
never
and I
seen.
recognize
Don't.
it,
It's not a good movie.
but it looks yeah.
I've never seen it either. Literally, my first exposure to it, not gonna lie, don't care if this makes me a bad person, was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
That was my first exposure to it, and it was explained to me, and I went, oh, I'll pass.
Yeah, it looks
the
creepy,
comic's
cringy.
okay. The movie's just real weird, and not that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of-
getting a sleazy. Creepy
it's kind of
vibe
good
from
It was
bad.
meant to be sleazy, if I recall correctly.
It's kind of good bad, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's not very clearly good bad.
Mystery
Got
Science
it.
It's
Theater
definitely not
fodder
good,
or
good.
worse.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
We didn't talk about that, so that was fun news. to
I
hear.
thought Disney wanted to
Yeah.
make their own streaming thing and wanted everything to be on their own thing.
Yeah, I mean
Didn't
these
they,
are all real
didn't
weird
they-
listers, so maybe they're
Well,
not.
they might be seeing how DC Universe is doing and going, maybe not.
They pulled the
Daredevil,
the Netflix
and
stuff, right?
Punisher.
They
Yeah, I
did,
think
yeah.
all the Netflix stuff is finally canceled, or is one of them
Yeah.
still going?
Punisher's
No, I
still
think
going.
they, well,
I think.
Jessica
Okay.
Jones canceled, so I'm pretty sure they all
Okay.
did. 'Cause
I
it
mean, see,
kinda-
I think everything's canceled, but we still have another season of Jessica Jones that will come out, right?
Oh,
I
really?
think.
that I don't know,
I
unfortunately.
think like this is the last one. I don't know.
Okay.
I, don't
I
know.
was
Let's
I
just
was
spread some
I was
false
served
news.
an ad for a Punisher trailer on Netflix. So is there a new season of that?
A
I
new
just
season
assumed.
did come out like a month ago.
Oh, that could be it.
I haven't watched it yet.
So yeah,
Why am I suddenly picturing Howard the Duck as a Smash character?
Oh no! Don't give them the ideas; they'll hear
There
you.
could be a good Marvel fighter. Basically, Marvel the Duck at this point, I would much rather just have Spider Pig. Because all I want is that old school cartoon humor,
Spider Pig.
and Spider Pig's better than Howard the Duck right now.
Spider
Yeah,
Pig
right now,
is
yeah.
the best, as long as he's voiced by John Mulaney.
As long as he's voiced by John
He's
Mulaney.
voiced by
Any other
John
Spider Pig, I don't want.
Do animals talk in this world? I don't want to freak him out. It's my favorite line.
bunch more stuff they showed off at Nintendo Direct is Box Boy Box Girl. I'm excited for that. I played the first Box Boy. That's a really good game. It's a puzzle platformer basically.
Oh,
You
okay.
play as a box.
Got it.
Smash is getting an update or something. No, not to Smash. Captain Toad is getting like a co-op update and a DLC.
Cool.
They showed off Bloodstain, which is that God damn it, what's his name? Igavania guy, Koji Igarashi, the guy who created Castlevania. Bloodstain was his.
Right.
Bloodstain was kickstarted a few years ago, which is basically like a
Crowdsourced.
spiritual successor kind of thing because he's no longer with Konami. So they showed off that. I'm super excited for that. I like my Castlevania, Metroidvania games, especially from him. They showed off Dragon Quest Builders 2, but they showed off another Dragon Quest that got me real excited. They showed off Dragon Quest 11S, which is the Dragon.
Yes, man.
Yeah, which is the mainline Dragon Quest game that just came out a few months ago and it's gonna come on the Switch, and it's gonna have exclusive content. Motherfuckers want me to double dip. So the exclusive content is more fleshed out characters with quests, like more story quests for the side characters. They already had that in the first game, no, the previous version, but they're gonna have more of it. They're gonna have a special mode that only came out for the 3DS version in Japan. So the 3DS version in Japan, the Dragon Quest 11 for the 3DS in Japan had a mode where you can switch to 16-bit graphics, like the old Super Nintendo stuff. So that's cool, and a bunch of other stuff. So yes, I might just get it. Fuck. I love Dragon Quest, and this sounds pretty awesome. Starlink is getting an update. Disney Tsum Tsum Festival is a game.
What?
Rune Factory 4 is getting a remaster. Rune Factory 5 was announced. The incest game that Sarah likes, Fire Emblem.
That's coming out.
That was
Fire
one of
Emblem,
them, and they
yeah.
ended up
Okay,
not being incestual, okay? It was one of them and ended up not being... No, I'm sorry. Then there's the other one that I guess
Wait,
you
Awakening,
think it is,
right?
it's not. No, not Awakening. Awakening never was.
The remake of like an old one or something.
Shadows of Valentia. I thought it was. It ended up not being, but I was worried it was going to be. However, their other game,
Actually,
the Birth and the...
I have Fire
anyway.
Emblem Awakening. Haven't played it.
Yeah.
I know it's a strategy
good.
game and all. I might like it.
Yeah,
It's one of those where you gotta really get into the mood to play. At least for me.
Yeah, I get it. Also, don't fall in the trap that I always do with Fire Emblem games and, like, feel like I have to have perfect level ups with everybody, or at the very least, like, have to have everyone be leveled up equally so they all get mastery levels and they all get children.
You tend to
don't
do that, right?
Just play. I always do that, and then I never play them for, like, 10 months. I still haven't beat Fire Emblem the Birth one.
You have no idea
It's 3
how
games.
much reading I do when I play a Persona game. Like, so much reading. Like,
Do you do more reading than a Metal Gear Solid game? I don't know if you play Metal Gear Solid.
I don't do any reading for Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
Because Metal Gear Solid is like, the story is convoluted, but the mechanics are easy to understand.
Yeah.
Persona, you can have, there's like what, 200 demon things that you can combine.
Yeah.
So like, I'm reading about all the different combinations. People have made calculators online, so you can like calculate all the. It's crazy.
It's like a worse version of trying to play Pokemon and thinking too hard on it. And that is why I cannot play those games.
Luckily for me, I don't feel that with Pokemon, but with Persona and
Yeah.
like, so actually Fire Emblem 3, Fire Emblem 3 Houses looks really good.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a little... I will be interested to see. The only thing that to me is a little interesting is they really give you no hints as to what the overarching story is.
People were like,
are
this looks like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter or something. Because you can choose 3
kinda.
houses and it's like a whole
You
festival.
gotta choose between the 3 houses. And
fantasy
the
medical
main thing
thing.
everyone in the comments was talking about was like, oh no, the teacher romance thing. Because like you're the teacher, but you probably gonna be able to, because it's usual in Fire Emblem games, you can romance anybody you want. So it's like, But you are their age, so I get, you're like a prodigy teacher, it sounds like.
You're
So, I
always a
mean,
prodigy.
You're always a prodigy. So, but yeah, it's the only thing I'm curious about is like, what's the overarching story? Because right now, all they talk about is just like, you have to level up the house that you're going to help. It's like, okay, but
And you gotta go to
why?
school.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And
I'm
eat
like, okay,
cupcakes with your loved one.
yeah, exactly. Like, what's the catch? Because Fire Emblem games are usually very like,
seems like they're
world
going
overarching
more-
stories.
They're gonna have like more of the social stuff. I'm not sure how much social stuff was in the
Yes.
Fire Emblem game, previous ones.
Not in originally. My only
Not like
thing
Persona,
is that
right?
yeah, kind of like in Persona. It's kind of Persona-ish, but like,
Mm.
so I'm still playing through the Fire Emblem Fates games. I haven't even finished the first one just because I'm thinking too hard. And I felt like in those games, they kind of push a bit of those romance things to some really dumb conclusions. I only say that because like one of the things you can do once you finally have a marriage partner is you can go to your house like every once in a while and you just kind of have these repeated cutscenes that you do over and over again, but you don't really know why, of like them like fading out to them kissing you, like kissing at the screen. And I think in the Japanese one there was more that was happening that they didn't put in the English one. So that's the only thing is I'm like, okay, how much, like, I love my social aspects, but how far is this gonna go? Because like there's a part of me that's like, okay, but I do want to continue the story too. So
Maybe
I don't know.
like originally it goes to the touch screen, or you see the lips zooming in and then you have to actually like kiss the touch screen or whatever, and then like more happens.
Yeah,
I played
don't know.
only one of the Fire Emblem games like on the DS, and I really liked it. And along the way, I'm one of those people that tries to like keep everyone alive and all this other
Yes,
stuff.
yeah,
I pick
same
up this
here.
farmer boy,
Yep.
and I
Donald.
worked hard to keep him alive, and it just so happened that my main character and the weapon that they were using, and this kid and the weapon that they were using, I just threw them together all the time, not realizing like, and I was like, oh wow, they're getting to be good friends, and there's benefits from being good friends. And it was
Yeah.
like, would you like to proceed to S rank? And I was like, sure. Next thing I know. Next thing I know, we're getting married and professing
Yep.
our undying love, and I was like, no, this is not what I don't want to marry that one. He's got
Yeah.
a pot on his head and he dreams of like raising, like owning
It's
a farm
true.
and
It's
like retiring and
fantastic.
raising chickens. I turned off the console before it auto-saved. I turned it off before it auto-saved. I was like, no,
Yep.
I cannot.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I just can't. And I felt
Yeah.
bad. I felt bad, like I was reneging on something, but I
There
was
was-
like,
You were
I
leading
There's a
him on.
light- There's a timeline where you and Donald are together, and you can't take that away from him. I see. I kind of knew about the system going in, so I was like, "Where's my Prince Crom? Gimme!" So that's the main guy.
Which
basically.
game is this?
yeah.
Which one?
Awakening.
Awakening.
It's
Yeah,
Awakening. Yeah, I went for the main character Prince dude, and I don't regret it one bit. Were our children overpowered and killing everything in their path? Yes. Did I care? No. Like most people who play like Fire Emblem Awakening, like try to do the whole insanity mode or whatever. Recommend if you're playing female Robin that you do not pair them together because it overpowers that family and does not spread the wealth. But did I care? No, because I was playing casual mode. And I won my prince. That's all that matters.
Can you have
yeah.
same-sex relationships? No, because
Not in Awakening.
Oh, okay.
No, in the Fates game, they do have a gay and a lesbian romance. You just don't get any children from it, so it's like
wasted potential
yeah, kind
from a
of
gameplay
like it's like
perspective.
from a gameplay perspective, you're just missing out on a character.
Mm.
Like you're just dishing yourself on that. So it's like why and that's I couldn't really get into it because like the lesbian romance is with this person. It's actually like, do you remember Tharja, Callie? I don't know how much you remember of Fire Emblem Awakening. She's like the super creepy, like obsessive, dark magic lady. Dark hair.
Last time I played was like 2 years ago, I think.
Okay,
2.5
okay.
years. So,
Yeah,
I
so-
just remember the accidental almost
Donald-
marriage.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's a great story. No, but it's weird because like they kind of have these characters that it's not meant to be the same character, but like I don't know if it's just lazy design, but like they're very similar designs and very similar personalities but different names. So there's a character in Awakening. She's female and she can only romance other male characters, but her whole thing is no matter the gender of your tactician, she's obsessive over them. That's kind of the joke in Awakening. So when you pair her up, that's kind of the joke is like she's gonna marry someone, but she's still obsessed with you. In Fates, they have a similar character that's like that. She's not named that, but very similar characterization. She just happens to be bi, so she will go for you whether you're male or female. The gay guy option, I'm not sure if I've met him yet, so I don't know who that is. But yeah, they introduced like one of each in Fates, but again, like you do that and you're now just missing out on a child. So it's like, why would you? It's your own child, so it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So I don't know. They tried to handle it because there were a lot of criticisms after Awakening for lack of those relationships, but they didn't try very hard. Let's just put it that way. I'd be curious to
old
see.
Japanese men.
Yeah, I know. I'd be curious to see in Three Houses because they don't hint at the children mechanic, which actually I don't really mind. I love the children mechanic, but at the same time, I actually wouldn't mind just a straight like romance somebody for benefits when you battle. In that case, they have no excuse to include gay relationships, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I have no idea.
You could do the whole like going to class and improve and like train. I like that. I like those kind of
It
stuff.
does. Yeah, it
does look pretty cool.
It sounds like Persona.
And
Yeah.
and then there's like you can like move around in like a world, and Fire Emblem usually don't really have
Yes.
that, do they?
No,
It's like
not
they
at
just
all.
choose from
Shadows-
menus, like start battle,
Yes.
train. Yeah. Just a couple last things with the Nintendo Direct stuff.
Yeah.
Astral Chain, which is a new game by the Platinum guys that made Bayonetta, those kind of that.
Yes.
Nier Automata, what the fuck is that? So Astral Chain looks balls to the walls crazy, and I love it. It's super
Yes, it
Japanese. You
does.
play like this cyber, like 80s cyber cops kind of shit, and
Yeah.
you summon like a robot mech thing that is chained to your wrist, and you fight with that, and it's pretty fucking cool. It's so stupid. I love it.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, and
I assume it's a Switch exclusive. It's not gonna be on
yeah,
PC like Nier
I
Automata.
believe it's Switch exclusive. Nintendo's probably
surprised.
funding it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Final Fantasy 9 is out on the Switch for $21. I don't know how to feel about that price, but okay. And apparently it's a port that still has the same bugs from the other parts. So
So they didn't
It's
even
faithful.
try.
it's faithful.
So it's
yeah.
not even a remastered.
Yeah. Fucking hell, Square. God damn.
They're working on that remastered Final Fantasy VII, man. All 7 CDs of them.
Yep. And the big one of the big ones, maybe the biggest one, they announced the remake of Legends of the Link's Awakening. Like
Yes.
a full on remake.
Oh right, I definitely
Looks really
that
pretty.
one definitely
Looks really pretty.
came across.
Yes.
I might play that.
Is it still like a top down or
top
is
down,
it
yeah.
more?
It's full on top down with
It's
just
exactly the same, just nicer graphics.
one of the like YouTube channels, or was it Polygon or IGN? They kind of did like a they used the old Game Boy game to recreate the trailer. It looks really cool actually. So they put it side by side. You can see like the whole Game Boy and the Switch thing. It looks really cool. So that's the whole Nintendo Direct thing. That was a pretty big thing that happened.